Everybody, welcome to Mystics MMOs. I'm your host, Mystic Raven. So, an article dropped by Lewis White. I left the link in the description below if you guys want to come and check this out for yourselves. But we have an official statement that Final Fantasy XIV will not be coming to Xbox anytime soon. But here's why it isn't coming to Xbox. Okay, so let's go over why Final Fantasy XIV will not get its debut on Xbox anytime soon. Square Enix MMO Final Fantasy XIV is a huge crossplay on PS4 and PC. But the title still hasn't made its way to Microsoft's Xbox One platform. With the company's recent push for more crossplay titles on the Xbox platform, which is true, Microsoft has been trying to get more crossplay titles on its platform. It's weird that it's the Xbox One crossplay regulations that holds the game's release back. It's weird. It is weird. It's totally weird. In a translated interview on WCCF Tech, Final Fantasy XIV director Naoki Yoshida talked about his interactions with head of Xbox, Phil Spencer. 2 months ago, I discussed with Phil Spencer, Yoshida said, I have explained this before, but we are prepared to do crossplay at any time. To play an MMORPG, there are two regulations for Microsoft which stand in the way of making crossplay feasible. Unless these regulations are rejected, there is no meaning. Simply speaking, the matching-based FPS style game has no issue with those two regulations. If we had made an FPS game, had Final Fantasy XIV been one of those type of games, then we would already have crossplay. One of the regulations is that players with different platforms cannot chat with each other in game. Then how do you play an MMO? So Xbox is saying, well, we allow cross-platform with FPS because they can't talk to each other because they don't have voice comm and they don't have a chat box. But in MMO, you have to. Right? There's, the chat box. Kind of interesting. So I agree. How do you play an MMO? That's what Yoshida's asking. How do you play it? The other regulation is you cannot make a community with plays on a different platform. You cannot form a guild. You cannot enter into a link shell and no free company. So I would like to have Microsoft change their regulations. Absolutely. Because that's the thing. It's an MMO. It has to, But these are the supposed problems. But here becomes the question. Phantasy Star Online 2 is going to be published by Microsoft. It's been announced it will be crossplay initially for Xbox and PC. But since Sony, it's native to Sony in Japan, it will also eventually see its debut on PS4 North America. And now I don't know if it's going to be crossplay, but I definitely can assume it will be because Sony has that right. They had the launch on their platform. And I honestly kind of see this being like hypocrisy at its finest. But just moving forward, Yoshida states that Final Fantasy XIV will not be released on Xbox One or any platform that doesn't allow the game to function in the exact way it does at this moment in time. Because that's the way it works. Microsoft has allowed crossplay with Final Fantasy titles, should be in the past, not in the future, because Final Fantasy XI was playable on PS2, Xbox 360, and PC. But 14 wishes appear to be too much for Xbox to agree to. Phil Spencer, here is my question. WTF? Question mark, question mark, question mark. What the fuck? I don't know. I don't know anymore about these people. And the only people I feel bad for, I don't feel bad for Microsoft. You know why I don't feel bad for Microsoft? Because they'd make money by doing this. So if they're losing money, I don't feel bad for them. Who I feel bad for are the loyal Xbox players wanting to play this game. That's who I feel bad for. You know, I've said time and time again, if you're wanting to be the media for service in the future, the best opportunity that Microsoft could do is take advantage of the services already existing to put into play. Unfortunately, you still have people that are like, well, I don't think that would be a good idea. Okay, Phil Spencer, why are you coming out with Phantasy Star? Oh, that's right, because you're the publisher for the North America region. So you're going to have, even if it hits PlayStation, you're still going to make extra money. Even if, let's say it doesn't. You're still going to make money. Even if it's not crossplay, you're still going to make money on the PS4. So it doesn't affect you either way. But here's my counter argument. For every Final Fantasy XIV copy you sell in your store, you get a percentage of that distribution fee. You get the distribution fee, even if it's digital. Or even physical in some cases, which most is digital. But you would get the associated. It's free money. It's fucking. You don't even have to. You're not even having to maintain the servers. And that's another thing. Microsoft has no associated costs to server end. I don't understand these things, but I did want to point out it is official. You know, there were talks going on a few months ago. It was up in the air. We didn't understand. And it really breaks my heart because Shadowbringers is right around the corner. It's got so much hype built around it. It's got so much media coverage. And here you have the poor Xbox players being like, well, we're not getting it. It's moments like this that players start debating why they stay with platforms. And they have to literally weigh against certain things to say, do I move away from this platform if it's going to be this way? Because as mentioned in the article, you had Final Fantasy XI in the past, had no problems there. But now with Final Fantasy XIV, huge problems, even though Phantasy Star Online 2 is on the horizon. And we know that's cross-play. So why is the rule okay for one product and not the other? Question. But hey, if you want to throw away money, Microsoft, have at it. I'm completely up to you. Anyways, I just wanted to give this report. I thought it was interesting to say the least. But once again, good luck. I hope Microsoft players, I hope Xbox players that you get your day. I hope that Microsoft reconsiders the stupidity behind this decision, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Once again, I'm Mystic Raven. This is Mystic's MMOs. As always, thank you. Have a nice day.